Mad Knicks, giving a weekly recapping this week's Knicks news, Knicks rumors, Knicks everything. Let's just get right into it, man. I ain't gonna waste your time, man. So for the past week, they've had the trophy at Tiffany and Company. What's that, 57th and 5th Avenue? I chose to go over there. It's my day off. I said, you know what? Let me go try to see it because Sunday, which is today, was the last day. So, as you can see, man, the line was ridiculous, man. I mean, ridiculous. And I got there early. I went to the NBA store first to see if I could get the rhinestone tee. Sidebar, the rhinestone tee seems to be the hardest thing to get, man. It's like it keeps selling out. They put out on Twitter that the NBA store restocked it. When I get to the NBA store, as I already suspected, wasn't none there. I talked to the manager there. He said, yeah, the person who put that out there, we restocked that 2-3 weeks ago, man. They put it out there late. So he gave me some news that they might get some more restock. So I'll be checking in, man. But this rhinestone tee is ridiculous to get. And then they selling it on eBay for $100 or something. Just doesn't make any sense. Back to Tiffany. The line, of course, is ridiculous. As soon as I get there, it's a long line. It's just little by little trickled in. I said, all right, whatever. Finally get in. There's another line on the inside. Oh my God, another line. All right. Little by little, get in the elevator. Then we get in the elevator. I said, okay, good. Everybody's taking out their phones. Like, yes. God, we can finally see this trophy now. Another line. Oh my God. So finally get to see the trophy. It really was a 7-minute, if that. It was a 5-minute view, of the trophy. They couldn't take videos. It was only pictures, as you can see. I took a picture of it. I kind of snuck and took a video or two of it. I didn't know that was the rules until they mentioned it. So, good experience, man. They didn't really get to look at the trophy and see it and observe it, but it is what it is, man. So to Nick news, Jose resigned 3 years, $14 million. Essentially 4.5 extended, 4.67 extended because it's 14 plus. So that's really good. JC, they're saying that JC is still pretty much in play to resign. You're hearing all these things about the cat, not going over the second apron. And we're so fixated on Mitch not being able to come back and Shamit, but the news out there, the scuttlebutt out there is that JC is pretty much like a done deal to come back, which is cool. I mean, listen, JC did some good for us this season, man. You can't deny it, but I would have liked more. I wouldn't mind if he walks. If he comes back, cool. I just don't want him to come back if it means no Mitch, no Shamit. If we have to get rid of JC for us to have Mitch and Shamit, then we already know the answer to that. But if it's not gonna hurt us, if we can still sign either Mitch or Shamit, and the JC part is just, that's just a flyer. We're just bringing him back in. It had no decision, even one way or the other. Even if we don't sign Mitch and Shamit, and JC wasn't the reason for us not re-signing him, it was like, come on, that was nothing at all. We signed him for lesser than the vet minimum, $1 million, $2 million. I don't see how JC really does that. I get it, he's an older player, but he was making $14 million, I think. My bad, 20-something million. I'm sorry, he was making in the 20s. So it's a crazy letdown for him. It gotta be, but hey, man, if that's the case, that's the case. We're pretty much guard heavy at this point. You have Jose, you have Deuce, you have Jalen. I mean, you have 3 pretty much guards already. You bring back JC. You have Tyler. Sorry. It's 5 guards. I mean, we're kind of guard heavy, man. And we're coming into the season with really 1-2 centers. Cat is not really a center. We just play him as center. So I want to see us to really, free agency hasn't started yet, but figure out the Mitch situation. Let's hope that I can bring him back. We got to kind of really load up that front court position. Because, we need centers. We need big guys. I'm hearing about the other free agent options. Diabate from Charlotte, he would be cool, but he's undersized, man. He's small. So, I mean, I get it. He does have the tenaciousness, and yes, man, he has a high motor. He grabs boards. So he ain't no scrub, you know what I mean, in that regard, but he's an undersized player. I mean, if that's kind of like the consolation prize to not getting Mitch, sure, but I'm not. It's hard for me to get crazy over that. Messi, Messi. Messi on New Orleans. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's no Mitch. He's not a Mitch, man. He's not a Mitch. But I mean, if we're not gonna get Mitch, man, we gotta figure something out. If Messi can be had, I'm with that, man. You know, he does have good height. He does grab boards. The motor is pretty good. He's a baby Mitch. He's a baby Mitch. So, yeah, I'll take it. Kyle Ware, he just got traded to Milwaukee. That's a pipe dream. That's a pipe dream. And it would take a 3-team deal for us to facilitate that, which might mean giving away Deuce and maybe a Tyler, or giving a Deuce and a Daddier, a bunch of picks. I'll take that in a heartbeat for sure. I mean, he's Mitch who can make in threes. Callaway can make in threes. He can make it at a crazy clip, and he doesn't rebound as great as Mitch. He doesn't have as much tenaciousness as Mitch, but he get here, man. We'll figure that out. He would be perfect. Yeah, those is really the only options that I'm like kind of okay. Robert Williams III, he's a worse off Mitch. He's always hurt. He's more hurt than Mitch, and that's crazy to say. Kind of good on it. I mean, look, if you're pulling my leg and you're going, hey, we don't got nothing else, we got to get him, you get him because we need bigs. But I'm kind of good on that. Andre Drummond, I'm good on Andre Drummond. He's from the town, so we rock with that. He's been washed for a long time, man. He's been washed. So, you know, I think really forget all the free agent options. Sign Mitch. The front office needs to get to Dolan and let him know, listen, educate him on the salary cap and a second apron, but also this is the plan that we're going to have to get out of the second apron. And just as quick as we could get in, we could get out, and nothing will change. Balance in your bank account, Dolan, will not change because we're in the second apron, and then when we get out of it, you will go unscathed, man. Someone needs to educate them and tell them the plan to where we can get back out the second apron. What are we accumulating all these second rounders for? We're not picking anybody. We're accumulating these second rounders because we're going to do what every other team is doing that's getting out the second apron. We're going to tie it 2-3 second rounders to a player and get off these contracts. That's it. Send them to a Brooklyn Nets who can absorb it, or a Sacramento who can absorb it, or Memphis Grizzlies who can absorb the contract. Give them 2-3 second rounders. We got a bunch of second rounders now, and we're not picking anybody. We ain't even picking first rounders. All the second options, even though Cal Ware. Yes, for sure. But outside of that, bring back Mitch, man. Let's just not make this so difficult. We got the guys in-house. Bring them back. So I want Mitch. I don't want other free agent options. I want Mitch. Interesting stat, man. Very interesting stat, as you can see on the screen. Jalen, NBA players to win NBA title, NBA Finals MVP, NCAA title, College Player of the Year, Naismith College Player of the Year. Jalen is only 1 of 5. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Walton. Really elite company, man. Really elite company, man. And when you sit back and think about Jalen's accomplishments, man, it's really jarring that, I mean, now that he has won the title, like, he's already pretty much kind of stacking a Hall of Fame career. Like, and he's really only been an All-Star maybe 3 times, All NBA, I believe 2 or 3 times. Like, that's championship. It really fattens this, like, his accomplishments, and like getting the Finals MVP and getting a chip really makes it to where it's like he's already there. Like, he's kind of already there. Like, I mean, to be honest with you, it's people with less accomplishments that are making the Hall of Fame. So it's kind of like, I mean, damn, to win the NBA title, NBA Finals. I mean, they're not going to put it there, obviously, because it's been new, but the NBA Cup MVP he's won. He has a title in college, and he was College Player of the Year. Only those 4 other players match up with that among all the greats. And I mean, I'm talking about phenomenally great college players. So really good for Jalen, man. Like, really good for Jalen. Landry was on the Old Man in the Tree. As you know, that was J.J. Redick and his boys podcast. Obviously, J.J. Redick is the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers now. So his boy just takes it over. And I like the interview, man. I listened to it over a few times. It was Landry, John Turturro. John Turturro is the man. He was on Do the Right Thing. He was Sal's son. He was the kind of like the antagonizer to Spike Lee's character with the jokes, the racial jokes. I like John Turturro, man. He's played in a bunch of movies. He was the agent also that was in Transformers. He played in a bunch of movies, man. He's in probably almost every Spike Lee movie. Really good actor. Knicks fan, obviously. And Shamit was talking about just the season and, things that I've mentioned before about Landry. And I think with Landry's art, man, when it comes to his basketball career. And then we're not even going with the basketball career. Just this year, he gets hurt again with the shoulder because last year he got hurt with the shoulder. He was doing decent before he got hurt, but he gets hurt. And then it's kind of like, all right, it's not as bad as the one prior before, but he's hurt, he's sitting down, and he gets back. And when he gets back, he's really not Landry like we know it. Like, even in this playoffs, he had some good games and he had some really big moments. But just all in all, he wasn't really the Landry of old, if you will. And he spoke about that with his role. Sometimes he'll get 3 shots. Sometimes he'll get 13 shots. And that's the hardest thing, I think, in the NBA. I mean, I think people really glamorize the star player. And for all reasons, understood. But the bench guy who is really just like, depending on the game, depending on who we playing, the matchups, depending on how I'm going, I can get 10 minutes. I can play 20-something minutes because someone's in foul trouble. I just really never know. And even within those minutes, I can get 3 shots. I can get 13 shots. I really don't know. But I got to be on no matter what. I got to be ready to go no matter what. Those guys have the toughest roles in the league, man. I don't think enough people speak about those 7th, 8th, 9th man on the roster who was getting minutes, who were in the rotation, but the numbers, their minutes are really, it fluctuates it fluctuates really on any given night. So he spoke about that, and he spoke about how locked in they were. Also with Deuce, it's a channel that follows Deuce around. They followed Deuce around, I believe, last year in the summer, and he went to go eat at some French restaurant, and Mikal Bridges showed up, so they followed him again this summer, and he's in the Hamptons. He's at the some members only Chez, whatever, those restaurants. I mean, it's not even a restaurant. It's like a members only club. It reminds me of like Spring Studios, like those places. I've never heard of it because real New Yorkers don't really go places like that, man. That's for the posh people, man. You got to pay a membership, and then it's an annual membership, and then another fee for something else, and it's the place where rich folks go party at, man. They followed Deuce, and Deuce also mentioned the same thing Landry mentioned on this show with like how locked in they were and how focused they were. And, really good to hear, man. Really good to hear Landry speak about all of these things. He's a player who we don't really hear much from. So I really like it, man. And it's going to be sad seeing him go, man. I think that's kind of a done deal. Especially when you're hearing that, it's a bunch of teams that are just going to be ecstatic signing him. So I can see a team really throwing the bag at him. And to make him choose, and if the bag is about 14 million, 12 million, I mean, we only could give him about 4 million. So it's tough, man. I really appreciate Landry. As I said, that role and for him to fulfill it as much as he did, that's not something that you can keep recreating. It's a very tough job to come off the bench and be effective, man, like Landry has. The Roommates podcast, they had Leon Rose on. I'm kind of working backwards because that happened after the Leon Rose podcast. But Leon Rose was on the Roommates podcast. Interesting interview. I think this is my first time hearing, no, my second hearing Leon really, well, third. The first time Alan Hahn interviewed him, MSG damn near runs state television, man. I'm pretty sure that went through 4 or 5 publicists and they proofread what Alan Hahn was going to ask, and it wasn't like real journalists really trying to dig into him and really not have him breeze through an interview, ask him the tough questions. So you got to kind of take that with a grain of salt, even though I love Alan Hahn. And then, of course, you heard him on the speech at the key ceremony. And then, now at the Roommate show, and, hearing him speak, again, Jalen, Josh, even Mac, they're not journalists. They're not going to really ask him any type of jarring questions. Some of the things that we would like to know, but they ask some questions, man. He mentioned, he was saying that Jalen was the most scrutinized decision he made, and Jalen kind of corrected him and said, am I the most scrutinized acquisition, or was it Mikal Bridges? He said, Mikal Bridges. And yeah, it was Mikal Bridges, man. 5 picks. Jalen was just money. Even though, again, we all, I didn't hate them signing Jalen. It was just like, okay, again, we were promised Kyrie and KD, and at that moment, Jalen was unproven. They weren't. So it was kind of like, all right, Julius Randle, consolation prize. Jalen Brunson, consolation prize. At the very least, I was saying, hey, he's going to show up the point guard position. At the very least. So I was cool with that part. We got a point guard finally. We're good. But, you know what I mean? It turned out to be a little more than that. And it reminded me of when I was at the Tiffany event, at the trophy event earlier today. Some guys behind us was talking about when we got Kemba Walker, because this organization has been thirsty for a point guard for an eternity. And when we got Kemba Walker, man, it was kind of like, okay, we got a point guard, even though he's battled injuries and, he was coming off of an injury, I believe, with the Celtics. So, all right, he's back and we'll see what we could get. And I remember the first game he played, we won. And it was just like water in the desert. It was like, oh my God, this is what this team, it's like we unlocked it. Like we finally looked like an actual team with a point guard. This is what we've always needed. And then it went downhill after that. It was just kind of interesting, thinking about it when it concerns Jalen, having him. And I remember my initial thought was, well, we have a point guard because we've been needing one for forever. Now, Jalen is not really a point guard in the manner where we kind of view point guard, but it's better. It's better. It's pretty much what it is. It's better. So, they asked Leon Rose some really good questions, man. I thought it was a good interview. Quick interview. Wasn't really that long. It's going to be interesting to see what else they do, man. They're going to get OG. We won a title. But because Leon Rose mentioned that, he said, I said I'll come on if we win a ring. So I'm sticking to my promise. But was that a promise that them and OG made as well? Because, I would assume that I would have saw OG before I would have saw Leon. So I'm hoping we see OG as well, man. They are going to film at Fanatics Fest. They're going to be there Thursday. I'm probably going to get a Saturday ticket to see the team in total. I'm not trying to be going there 4 days in a row. I don't have the energy for that. And it's unfortunate because that Saturday, Knicks Twitter Day is also going on. So it's either I'm going to be there early to enjoy Fanatics Fest and get everything out the way. And the New York Knicks whole team is supposed to be there. I believe it's like a 12:45 showing. So I do that. I don't know what time the Knicks Twitter Day thing starts. I want to really be able to go there, shake some hands, get some B-roll, get some film there. I should play, but I haven't been playing ball for a while. I've been working ridiculously. So I ain't even ready to go, man. Maybe next year I'll play. Hopefully OG's going to be there for that Thursday one. Hopefully. We'll see. But I'm really good, man. They asked Leon a bunch of other questions, but a lot of fluff questions. So summer league schedule. They put out the summer league schedule. It starts July 10th, our first game. We're playing in Vegas, of course, as usual. We play the Nets at 6 p.m. That's on Prime. It's crazy, man. Even the Prime, like Prime has the summer league too. They have a little bit of everything, huh? The 11th, the next day, back to back, play the Spurs. And Spurs again. 6 p.m. on ESPN. Then we play the 13th after a day off. Pistons, 4 p.m. on ESPN2. Then on the 16th, 2 days off, we play Golden State, 7 p.m. on ESPN2. So those are the 4 games. You already know how that goes. It's 4 games, and it's a little playoff after, a little tournament after. They already mentioned everybody except for Kolek is supposed to be playing. I don't really want to see Huck Porty play. I mean, I want to see Huck Porty really get away and really like get his game together and get with whatever training he got to get with, and like, because we're gonna need big, especially if Mitch is up in the air. We don't re-sign Mitch. We're more likely gonna need Huck Porty to be Huck Porty, so, or to be a better Huck Porty at that. So Tyler don't need to be there. Tyler's already ready to go. He just needs the opportunity, and he might get traded for all we know. So we're gonna see the young guy Jack, who we've drafted. We're gonna see Nickel. I want to see Nickel. I'm interested to see what Nickel's gonna look like, and we're gonna see Mo Diawara play. We're gonna see Mo play. We might see Dadier play as well. Dadier should be playing. Dadier still looks like we just drafted him. So Dadier should be playing out there. There's no reason why he shouldn't be. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man, the summer league, man, how these young kids look. I mean, it's only been a few weeks, maybe 2 weeks at that, man. It feels like it's been forever, man. I mean, everywhere you go is Knicks gear galore. It's so crazy. People keep saying it. It's like, I have a bunch of stuff to wear for this summer, but it doesn't feel right. I feel like I have to be wearing Knicks gear, and I got a ton of Knicks gear, but it's like I want to wear other stuff. But when you go outside and you see everybody else wearing their Knicks gear, you like, I gotta wear mine, man. You're not gonna outfit me. This city, man, this city is like, it's still buzzing, it's still vibing, it's still like kind of surreal. It's like slowly setting in, and it comes in waves that we actually won the championship. It's the craziest feeling, man. It really is. So, yeah, man, we'll be covering those summer league games, man. Not really much, man. A quiet week, if you will, in Knicksville. But we're still all just waiting on pins and needles to see what's going to happen with Mitch and Landry, man. So, it's just a waiting game at this point, man. It's just a waiting game. So, Mad Knicks here. Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to my Mad Knicks short channel. Follow me on @KMuzz_. So, hey, man, you already know. Let's go Knicks.